Yeah. It's Appleton Radio Show. Ryan Augustus, JTB, Maine Hip Hop, back in your ear.
Yeah.
Back again.
Every Wednesday night, JT flying off the handle, talking just retarded shit on the internet all day long, hiding in my house, hiding behind the face of Appleton Radio to bring you Maine Hip Hop. On the real, though, that is what we're doing, bringing you Maine Hip Hop.
That's right.
Trying not to talk any shit and actually just do what we do every single week and support the 207 with very big things going on tonight, I think, in my personal mind.
Definitely. We got old music, new music, glimpse at stuff that you can look forward to in the future, releasing all kinds of stuff tonight. I mean, we've put together a pretty good playlist to go ahead and expand across the years, which is what we like to do around here. It's all about the education, man, learning, looking back, seeing where it came from. So
right, we have Kane on the program tonight, who's also gonna be at Rap Night tonight doing a set. So we're taking some tracks back even further, and Kane sending some nuggets. We're just gonna keep it on the DL at first, like we normally do. Just about an hour of straight kind of new and favorite hip hop, and then we're gonna get into a Kane deep on some of these tracks.
Definitely, and so it's what you should expect from a podcast that's all about Maine hip hop, because we're gonna bring you the rawest, the truest, the newest, the oldest, everything molded into one. Ryan Augustus, JTB. We're gonna kick it off right now with Luch and Eliza. We're trying to peel you guys off of a milk carton and bring you back. Eliza, you better be working on those vocals. Luch, you better be writing some raps. Let's get it in with Luch and Eliza on the Appleton Radio Show.
Dad, all I wanna do is make you proud. I knock on the bars, jars him from his pleasant memory. He's face to face with the guards and his harsh reality. They handed him his final meal, a steak medium rare. A glass of Guinness stout, but he was too shook up to care. He couldn't even look, let alone take a bite. He'd been sitting lonely in his cell for years, dreading this night. No amount of time could have prepared him for the end, thinking only of his family and the few he called friends. He fell back asleep, felt the soft touch of the wind, and his father looking back at him with his signature grin. Again, he was awoken by a knock at the bars, but this time it was a priest accompanied by the guards. He sat down beside him, asked if he wanted to pray. The man turned his back on the priest, he felt betrayed. He was alone in his final hour, showered by fear. His body aching and shaking, he tried not to hear. Dead man walking, said the guard on his left. They walked him slowly down the hall, destination is death. They strapped him to the table, first his hands and his feet. The only thing he heard was praying and his heart skipping beats. He saw his father in the other room with tears in his eyes, sitting with the victim's family waiting for his demise. As they inserted the toxic needle into his vein, the voice of someone running to the door was screaming his name.
He prayed as he went, discouraged from that needle opponent. 5 sentences that ran through. Little did he know the truth was coming to him. Dead man walking for all he has to lose. The fifth scale's broken into heavy lids drop as the evidence proves. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Appleton. Appleton.
Appleton. Appleton. Caw-caw.
The illustrious loser, loving lummox, you shouldn't trust with this. Investing your belief in a loser to tell you what it is. Uniform, doing wrong, authoritative figures, ignoring the state of living, always dictating the winners. In between shitty scenes and lush living greenery, crush this machinery. What loser means to me, hating all people seems to be an easy job. Whether tanning sleazy broads or the average greasy slob, status is so important, so are you sure of yours? I throw loser like a harpoon in a war of words. You could choose to have your heart moved, unsure of the worth of the next human doormat you stepped over from birth. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed. stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Moving through light, who's the loser or the loser you like? Who cares anyway? I'll show you what to do with the mic. Expose plenty, the many ways of use is the norm. Too many losers don't know what you're doing is wrong. By the chore boy, mad light is smoking on yours, as opposed to the boy that's enjoying his chores. The example from your parents is the one you're probably living proof. Set up for success about as long as an interlude. Decrepit work ethic, hold a place in the labor line. Wait for happy hour, it's the loser's favorite time. Everybody knows your name, but nobody's your friend. It's the downers club, the place you don't gotta pretend. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Losers wear suits too, staring out a moonroof, pretentious, but think the same crooked thoughts that you do. All these broads get dirty, scumbag with an angel face. Safety fades away, feed you lost with the strangest taste. Is the loser recovered addict stuck with the burden? Or the 100K making prescription addicted surgeon? Live as a different person for a minute, swim in the gutter with me. Realize how perfectly you fit in. The beggars become the choosers. Shout out to Blade, but I send a big one out to Leo the loser. Trying to find where the love's at. I forget in 2 seconds and remember it's more fun as a scumbag. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year. Who's the loser? The self-professed? Or the one avoiding us? The self is stressed, unable to help the rest. Loser is a state of mind, I'm happy to make it mine. Scumbags are in this year.
Yeah, Appleton Radio Show. That was the homie Nobody Cares, Who's the Loser, representing the 603. Big shout out to Ape Shit and Unducati. Ape Shit was up here for the battle on Friday night, did a great set, so we're going to take it into him and DJ Illogic, featuring Bug Out with Take You Higher. Please enjoy listening in with us tonight. We got so many gems and a great interview coming up with Kane. Take a look into Maine Hip Hop way past what you know about.
Yo, you gotta remember, this is only an idea. The only thing I fear is to not pass it on. The same as the faith you have in God, so why fight and disagree when I don't see with your eyes? What if we all had the same vibe? We can't all spit at the same time with the same style to flip. I'd love it if you only compared mine with Chris. I put love in the air, so I stay right with the is, right where it is. This is all ideology mixed with a vibe off his leash. Look and follow me here, I solemnly swear. Say ape shit's the truth. What I do to get it through, see I can make a list of two. It's all what you make it. You gotta make yourself creative. Ironically, you gotta get frustrated just to be content. For hours on end, I rock loud as I can. We fight hate with love in 2010. Let's get higher.
Yo, I fell from the heavens, landing flat on my face. Fuck it, I jumped up and started running in places. No escape without a plan, so I stopped where I was. I realized my past mistakes. Thought of what I loved, sort of bogged down. Back where I started, I feel on it like I feel all the harder, but I still get caught it. I'm an artist regardless, with or without a muse. Took the ring off, I swing hard guard, I can't lose. I'm immune to the pain, take losses and make gains. Cautious to force shit back and take aim. Not the same young buck you remember, still a contender. Sense of me now, I flip the ish back to the sender, back to the center. Realign myself by myself, the hell with your help. My family is what I call wealth. I find my health in the fire and burn like old tires. Until the day I retire, I'ma push up that ladder and
it's forgiving you of everything in your life you don't want there. And he sure said,
Order your copy of America on DVD. Have your credit card ready.
Own a mosque in the worst possible place. The controversy? It's only 2 blocks from ground zero. This week, Sarah Palin upped an already raucous debate when on Twitter called on peaceful Muslims.
Yo, sensory deception. You ain't censoring shit. Yo. Yo, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my, yo. All the senselessness has got me sensing less. Nonsensical sentences from the censorship. 5 senses regret, depressants, stimulants, sensory perception, deception. We on defense. Intentionally intense, technical events. Unintellectually affecting us through television sets. Couch potato brain, been vegetated as stew. They regulated my views through entertainment and news. Infiltrated education, product placement in schools. How I'm rocking my hat, how I'm lacing my shoes. Eating the shit the media's force feeding. You got little girls feeding to bulimia. Believe it, bro, everyone's to blame. All became a part of this, blinded by the greed. We couldn't see the harm in this. Artists are charging marketing offices, planting the artificial seeds and harvesting the narcissists. Yo, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my, yo. Hey, yo, I touch it, I taste it, I smell it, I hear it, I see it. Love it, I hate it, don't want it there. I need it, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, I touch, taste, smell, hear, see, love, hate. Yo, it's mass murder by frankfurters and hamburgers. Supersize your suicidal pack. New arrival, $1, you and swallow that. Superficial world where everything's a fallacy. High speed, hook up, disconnect us from reality. All knowing android, avoid us from thinking. Jim Jones, pop, coke, poison, punch, drinking. We are at war with your enjoy. Repetitive lines, hypnotize subconsciousness, rebellious rhymes, sabotage their reconnaissance. Supreme dominance over the whole populace. Hollowed out my head and filled the void with empty promises. Bionic, I'm finding it ironic. They cutting down the truth to write lies on it. Sexual saturation, instant gratification. Consume a nation, missing imagination. Mass communication, trapped in isolation. Handful of corporations, got a grip on all the stations. You know why? It's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, it's sensory deception. You can't censor our, yo. Hey, yo, I touch it, I taste it, I smell it, I hear it, I see it. Love it, I hate it, don't want it there. I need it, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, I touch, taste, smell, hear, see, love, rock. Censor my perception. Yo, you can't censor my perception. Yo. Hey, yo, I touch it, I taste it, I smell it, I hear it, I see it. Love it, I hate it, don't want it there. I need it, it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception. Hey, yo, I touch it, taste it, smell it, hear it, see it. Love it, hate it, don't want it there. But I need it, Why? Cause it's sensory deception. You can't censor my perception.
Yeah. Boom. Is that loud? Can you hear me out there? Anybody? Seriously. Sorry, Ryan. I got
Peeking on the mics. Yeah, just wanted to take a quick second and advise you guys of what you've just been listening to. We had a new Grant Street Orchestra single called Rumors. If you don't know, the homie Mint is using some instrument that I'm not even familiar with the technical term, so I'm not going to bother.
I call it a light bulb.
A light bulb, but yeah, no, he uses a machine that he holds up against a light bulb and uses the heat coming off of the light bulb to make a certain sound. It's crazy, you know. But either way, brand new Grand Street Orchestra. We also heard from Political Animals, which was Sensory Deception. We've got them coming up here, hopefully within the month of August.
Yes.
So you know,
And hopefully in Appleton. I mean, if we can, get them to sneak
no question. We'll most definitely get Sartorius through. Sartorius is the MC. It's a 3-person band. Other than that, I think they have a DJ, a drummer, a bassist.
Yes.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, and we've played them, on Appleton. We've tried to get a few tracks in there. They're a real live act, man. It would be great if they could come to Rap Night.
Definitely. So, I mean, we're not only going to have them at Rap Night, but also bring them up here to Appleton Radio Show. So we'll be getting you guys familiar over the next couple of weeks. Also, just to show the versatility, it's not just about Maine. We went to New Hampshire.
Bam.
We went to Connecticut.
Boom.
We'll possibly go to Massachusetts.
Hey, whoa.
I don't know about the Massholes. No,
you know what, man? Shout out to Massachusetts. I want to give a special shout out to like Etc. and TD3 Productions and all those.
Grime the MC.
Yeah, Grime the MC. That entire crew. Mike Styles, the affiliations.
Definitely.
Just been following them on Twitter.
JU, Illicit, all those cats.
Watching some of their chatter. Those guys are still doing it and repping it for down there. And, we don't want to forget about them just because we always kind of focus on the 207.
Right, of course. But we're still branching out. It's New England all day in the Northeast, no problem. So we're going to actually go ahead and go into the 603 again.
I think we should talk about a battle first real quick.
Okay.
Because we're going to go into an I-9 track.
All right, sure.
And Friday night, what happened?
Friday night was SummerSlam. SummerSlam second
SummerSlam.
edition. Yep. They skipped last summer, so we went again this summer. Best prize pool I've seen for a battle in Maine Hip Hop history.
James from Benchmark Media just stepped up and gave 200 CDs.
For first place, 100 CDs for second place, $100 for first place. No, $100 for second place and $200 for first place.
Right. Did he put up that cash, or that cash was
No, the
paid by
cash
the Rap
came
Night
from the
crew?
door. No, cash came from the door.
Yeah, which is Rap Night bringing you the night.
Yep,
so.
of course.
But I do want to say, following all that, it was like the weakest battle in a long time.
Yeah, it was
nobody
horrible
signed
turnout.
up. Nobody signed up.
Yep.
Not a lot of people were out early when usually it's packed. Ken had the Big Easy bumping and ready to go. Bars, the extra bartenders, sidebars.
Definitely.
So everything was ready, but it definitely didn't pop off. Like the Ruckus Cup has been popping off, and that's a little disappointing. But it happens. It happens.
And Ruckus Cup has got 4 years under its belt going into this past year, where we did the 5th year.
Yes.
You look at something like that. We had 26 MCs entering that battle.
I know. Where the hell is even half of them?
That's the thing.
I'm surprised rock artists from Portland weren't coming out trying to battle for free CDs.
I know. I was saying that night. That's true.
Oh shit. So, but it was
either
still
way.
a good
8
time.
MCs entered. It ended up being myself and Lyrics in the finals. Lyrics got the W in an extra round.
Yeah, shout out to Lyrics. He's the 2000. He won the first
back-to-back
SummerSlam.
champs. Yep, back-to-back champ on that.
And the problem is maybe because they skipped a year with SummerSlam, and they skipped a year in SummerSlam too.
Yep,
we need to bring it every year,
and they will. And I talked to James from Benchmark, and he plans on doing the same thing next year. Ooh. Maybe putting up more CDs, trying to spend a lot more time on promotion and getting people out. But either way, the battle scene in Maine is really, really dope. As long as those cats come out, you get 8 MCs in a room, and it's a little bit harder to throw a great show the way you want to.
You get to see like Mike B versus Ryan Augustus. 2 cats in the same crew have to battle the first round. It's random, and you got to go with the punches. But it just kind of with only 8 MCs, the chances of that kind of stuff are much greater happening, and the people who are really into it get screwed. But
and if it's going to happen, let it happen in a later round where it's going to be more heated and more toward the end, where you've got to earn your spot. And
that's the beautifulness of randomness. Welcome to the poker world, baby. Sometimes they just F you at the drive-thru.
There you go.
But listen, we talked about it. Here we are, just living the dream. We're not only talking about it here behind a keyboard and a computer, but we'll talk about it with you in person.
That's true. And also,
anytime.
just a big shout out, I-9 came in the Final Four. Zach Kramer came in the Final Four. First time entering the local battle, so big up to him. And be on the lookout next February for the Ruckus Cup. I don't know of anything else going on. except maybe out of state. So either way, we're going to keep it moving with a track from I-9. He's going to be down at Rap Night tonight with the homie Kane. Ladies get in free. Come down and pay $3 to see, you know, a Rap Night veteran that has been putting it down for a while, as well as a Maine Hip Hop veteran that has been putting it down for a while. I think this is going to be a really good show, so make sure you guys come out.
Yo, is it racist that they always have ladies' nights but never have dude nights?
Yeah, I mean...
That's not right in 2012. What's all everybody's equal shit? Where's the fucking dude night? Or even just rapper night? Because half the time, like, all the rappers show up at midnight for the open mic anyhow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying early open mics.
They're having one tonight,
vote
too.
Early open mics every single week. Every week.
All right, I-9, open mic veteran, Kane, hip-hop veteran of the state of Maine, coming up later in the program. We got to stop the gab, but that was like a good 3 minutes of chatter.
Hey.
People love the chatter.
Hey.
Appleton Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Insomnia Sessions. Hold your questions till the end, and remember, please have your clothes removed at all times during this session.
I take a look at the picture to place me upon a path, waiting patiently to take me so safely from problems grasped. To be sad in the back of the class, having a blast, lacking the will to be loud as I clash with the math. As I laugh at my pitiful, persevering performance, it's important that I'm positive, even for just a portion of a fluent obstruent mixed with a boorish and northern, even if they're always being overcome by distortion. I force this mask of spite over my face because I'm sure that you'll last the night. I think it's safe to say this land can't be pacified, but of course you know it's something that I have to try to pass the time. When nothing turns to something behind a blink of an eye, we try to summarize and change into something that is defined. Why? What's the problem with something left unexplained when there's better things to think about and other things to change? Left to my own devices, death is the only likeness left. I can see how life is set in this mess of distress and vices. Breath is my only lifeline. Stress put a hole in the pipeline. Rest is the only time I have to relax and recap in my mind's eye. To recap in my mind's eye. This blurred perception of my reflection has left me with nothing but unanswered questions and unbridled hatred toward my past and present person, to the point where I laugh and let it worsen. I'll tattoo my skin with all these cuts and bruises. If you can tell me there's a valid reason why I do this, besides my love for music, I'm impressed that my best kept secret has gained a second breath. What can turn a friendship to unhealthy competition? I know you know the answer, but you swear it's something different, and I don't think my luck will change for any one condition. So stop me in my tracks before I burn on all my bridges. Please stop reminding me of your existence. I don't feel that it's any of my business. I hate to say I don't care to bear witness. It's been so long I've forgotten where our bridge is. To my own devices, death is the only likeness left. I can't see how life is set in this mess of distress and vices. Breath is my only lifeline. Stress put a hole in the pipeline. Rest is the only time I have to relax and recap in my mind's eye. To recap in my mind's eye. To recap in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye.
Appleton. Appleton.
Yeah. I love the 80s, man. Bounce. Shake it. Yeah. Get it. We gonna do it like this. Eight, west, element, east. Jump around, pump around. Chill.
We gon' dance if we want to. We gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine. We gon' dance if we want to. We gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine.
You hear 1 miles around, so one chance. Music to your ears, so your mind in a trance. East meets west, so we all in the middle. Let the rhythm flow, so we all move a little. And you can move your feet, relax your mind and sweat the technique. The beat make your hands go reach for the sky. The hoes getting low, so here's my alibi. One sip, raise your glasses. Niggas get to slapping on a couple of asses. The element of surprise, ain't from the west, sometimes the shots fly. The hoes break it down like they punched the clock. Shake a little more while the gangsters watch. Maybe G's don't dance, but love girls dancing around in tight pants. Come on.
We gon' dance if we want to. We gon' leave your friends behind.
Leave.
Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine.
Nope. Friends.
We gon' dance if we want to. We gon' leave your friends behind.
Leave them.
this element. Rocking bitches for the hell of it, for the smell of it. Chickens love me cause I'm relevant, I keep telling it, like the way you're supposed to. If you all G's, where the fuck is your whole crew? Yeah, it's the Silver Fox, all up in the spot with a couple of blocks, and I rep the East, steady torching beats when I'm bringing the heat, yeah. Got the Indo green, east to the west, hitting every scene. Me 8 in the middle, hook up with you 12, then we off like a missile. Riddle, why your ass so fat? Crack kills, but tonight I'ma get that. My raps got class, and I'm up the bat, so tit for tat.
We gon' dance if we want to, we gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine. We gon' dance if we want to, we gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine.
Yeah.
We can dance, we can sing, we can fucking have a fling. You can lick my ding-a-ling when we do our thing. We can dance, we can sing, we can fucking have a fling. You can lick my ding-a-ling when we do our thing.
Take your clothes off, jump in the jacuzzi. Me and your girlfriend making a porno movie. Uzi and guns, keep them at home. Cause we came to party and get some zone. You high, but not higher than us. Lace weed with the angel dust. No fighting, fussing, ain't no killing. Colt 45, my niggas is all chillin'. And I can see the ceiling. Purple hay, pure ecstasy, MDMA. 2 in the morning, ain't nobody high as me. After 8, I'm a menace to society. And the girls I love them all. Male dancer, call me Big Daddy Long Draws. Everywhere I go, I'm a rock star. Come party with Bazaar.
We gon' dance if we want to, we gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine. We gon' dance if we want to, we gon' leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, no friend of mine.
Yo, Bizarre on a Maine Hip Hop track. MC8 on a Maine Hip Hop track right there.
I mean,
I loved it. I actually think that's a fucking gem element. It's a goddamn.
It is, and it's because of the features. I mean, MC8 and Bizarre on a track with Element. It's crazy to think of. But I mean, I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of the overall song. I gotta be honest about it.
It happens. Listen, honesty is the best policy here at Appleton Radio, and that just goes to show you that we don't just play music that it's not like some committee where I'm like, you know, we're gonna play that. You know, you don't. Maybe you're not feeling that track. That's fine. I don't feel other tracks. We try to just bring it all to you. And you know what, Element? I don't know. I want to dance. I don't even dance, but that makes me want to dance. And I think that's some of the best rapping I've ever heard Bizarre do. Straight up, like. So there you go. Fuck it. Appleton Radio.
All right, we're getting into a crazy collabo here. This is Missile and Dynamo P, as well as featuring Austin. Austin is, it's Crash One and Austin from the 206. I believe they're from Seattle.
Crash One is the producer, too. He's got the first verse, and Austin's got the last, I think. Or maybe Missile's got the first. I'm fucking it up. But Crash is also the producer. I just want to make sure that's clear.
No doubt. Clarified. Bang. New Heater. Manic Mondays crew. Shout out to my family. Missler One. Dynamo PZB. Easy. Big Easy. See you later.
Illuminate the sky, turns magenta, burns the retina. Sun drops, knowledge unheard of. Word up, third cup of murder in one sitting. So fitting, go getting, throw slitting, coke slinging, soul singing, flow kingpin, your boat sinking. Playing overboard with no remorse, and a pen for my medicine. Who let us in with bribes of swine and mescaline, fine wines and venison. Find time to finesse these lines. I'd like mines dipped in Hennessy, then drip dried. Excuse me while I rip rhymes and split minds, dimes. Exaggerate a little riddle in the middle of the park. Sparks the missile, kaboom. Nuclear blast to burn off your bone gristle. Booyah.
from the man's fate. This one can bandit. Transmit from the 207 sunlit dimwit. No bit spit, take a break, sit. We make it look easy peasy, kinda breezy, either written or a free G. Nothing free, see. You know the fee, smoke a currency. Currently lost in the current, kept it always current. Same word, different torrent of torment. Sorted, morbid, dormant, like the internet controls soul figment. Feel my fingertips, dead ring of lament. Feel my fingertips, dead ring of lament. Pencil push lead to the outer limits. Consume dry spinach, supplies diminish.
I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be rocking mics January through December. I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be blessing mics January through December.
I'm done with crumbling, mumbling, something under the tongue. The scum humbled when I'm up and wondering why I'm not functioning right. A slight stumbling increases Rumpelstiltskin features, beakers bubbling. Even if it ceases, I'll be speechless in my bare feet. Speaking of Jesus with no reasons that I would dare speak. It's troubling to see I'm forced to rumble in the street with a tumbleweed, struggling to compete. Coupled with an audience that doesn't fuck for free. I'm like a tawdry kid that probably just isn't up to speed. You've had enough indeed. I love it when I'm shuffling your psyche, stuck on which rhyme to follow, stuffing in the white weed. Without the right beat I'm thinking of, I run feats over rappers, spectacular vernacular. Some preach of folklore, ruffians, old wars, none will win. It's like cold sores spread throughout the jungle gym.
I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be rocking mics January through December. I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be blessing mics January through December.
I'm a sucker for the weed, I'm a sucker for the wealth, I'm a sucker for anything that's bad for my health. I put my head in my hands to hold onto my thoughts while I drop this hot shit into a porcelain white pot. Daffy ducking motherfuckers spinning beaks in circles. I'm apt to be slutting under covers with nasty girls. You could hand me the world, shit, I'd probably hand it back. Cause I'd rather be behind the walls peeking through the cracks. Whisper sweet nothings, my tongue sharp as razors. And I'm always on point except for now and a little later. The perfect demonstrator of inebriated flavor. Drunk as a motherfucker, lost another wager. Thank God it's not the 90s, I'd have lost my other pager. Prank God, tell him remind me I'm an atheist later. He'll walk right up to me and tell me he's my savior. I tell him no thanks, I don't like that kind of behavior.
I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be rocking mics January through December. I've been doing this forever and ever, and I'll be blessing mics January through December.
Wow. All I'm going to say on that is wow. That was fresh. The beat was fresh. The flows were fresh. Everything was pretty dope, man. And I just want to take a second to give a shout out to some of my people tuning in tonight, man. We appreciate you, the listeners, by the way. I mean, I don't know. We probably don't say that enough. In 2012, the world's a bunch of unappreciative bastards. And I'm their ringleader. I apologize. But we appreciate our listener base. And, I want to shout out to my man Sal in California. Sin Shame's always fucking tuned in like a maniac, texting me. Like, shout out to your power. Hope it comes back, son. My beautiful wife is home. She texts me. That doesn't have anything to do with it. But also J-Max and Rob. We don't want to get into too specifics. But they're listening, man. And just, you know what? That's good. I like to talk shit, you know what I mean? We're actually going to get a girl to come up here and bang a speaker later, Howard Stern style, just to like get some entertainment going on for a change along with this Appleton Radio, instead of me talking shit. Speaking of talking shit, this track we've played before, it's Alias, Between the Four of Us. It features Sole KGB Kane. All right, Kane, we're going to be coming up with real soon on the show. We're going to be talking with him, talking about old and new and what's to come and what has happened. But right now, this shit is circa 1996. I think we played it when Alias was on the program. If you haven't downloaded the Alias podcast, go to Appleton Radio and do so. You can probably learn a lot, I would say. And that's really basically it. Ryan Augustus has just walked in the room, so I'm scared. He's going to shut me up if I keep talking. So let's get into it. 1996 style on Appleton Radio.
Broadcast on live poet, mysterious. KGB, self-affiliation. I'm from a planet called self-affiliated, so I assume I consume your whole era. Never tell about what happened to the cerebellum. Let them find out firsthand. I pass no signal flyers to cruise or pass the bias. I assume you ain't even on my plane. I land elsewhere, anywhere but Earth. Will make attach my feet to a firm, not slain. They call it a beat. I call it home and on demand. To please the job arms on the non-understanding. Son, I'm cynical, sinister, over analytical, anti-political, live poet. Justify my know my shit away. So my sway politicals are back in post. Let the rest just pick up rules so we're left to give. I don't think this skills are lyrical. I put these holes in your soul, even dead. In your ego, remove my mic. And I'm gone with the wind in its on as I spin forever.
Pass me the microphone, yo, and watch me rock it. It's me, mysterious. You're hearing this and then you jock it. Mock it, as you will, but you will not get very far. Cause people look at me in all with more amazement than a shooting star. Fascinating, and astonish heads to take their breath away. MCs run home, and so those that coming out to play.
Run for the melee, be rock your
What the hell, I guess I just don't understand. I'm in your shoes now. That's what makes me scream. My vocabulary is a valuable tool. If any fool wanna test, you better hope that you're better than the rest. Yes, I must confess, I got you uncertain. Lyrically flirting with the sneering kick. Puzzled you looking. In your dome, it just one click, I'm sick on the microphone. This time alone, affiliated with self. On this track too, but the mission was that of stealth. For support and backup, no, don't act up. Cause if you do, your quote-unquote clan will get served by the superior crew. So think it through before you act fool. You'll get smacked. You need a 24/7 nurse to wipe away the drool. And your mom and dad will always be by your side. Nurse, what's wrong with him? See, though he's been mystified on the mic. I got the wild style, known to be a fly child. While the rest of these empty jokes being told by miles, I get manic. Never depressed, nevertheless, I got soul less mysterious. Making out one of the stillborn. Tough representatives inform as you get torn out the frame that you've been worn. The bull get the horns, cause that's how it is. The way that it was and how it's gonna be. Cause these kids are all on my dick like sex protection in the crooked eye. So I come off tight like prophylactics with the snap eye. Compromise, analyze, size up and profile. These guys rip the flows down to pieces and send them back. Vocalize it, full surprise. Wide-eyed when I rhyme, lines are always on time. Like the Metro number 9, I'm the MC with the skills when I'm ill. Like take it all clear, I drop my shit and then the world stands still. So when it's time to shine, I always bring the light, meaning I rhyme tight. Son, I'm fly like kites, so say goodnight to your life. Kid, you stepped your last step. Your last hope, and took your last breath.
Feel the passion from the spark in your heart, mama. Words are on heads to react in the four corners of the worldly executioner. Losing all composure, it's over. I, the composer, ready for war. My soldiers, the outer master and an assassin. Composed like Sebastian. Farkham was on crashing them seas just for asking who be the marksman. The guy will provide calibrations, be educated. My hope got degrees in levitation, defamation. Even God himself couldn't, when my creation enter another state of mind, inspiration, mental. Magellan, the propelling force, I'm on the mission, the unforgiven. Driven by madness, led by visions. To save and rebuild the fallen empire. I'm with the thoughts of bomb through my palms, and then I spit fire. Rap messiah, changing form through metamorphosis.
Enter the fortresses.
Guided by the forces unexplainable, unattainable. Remember that all souls is flammable.
Yo, this is the self-affiliated crew. Soul 1, Mysterious, Kane, KGB, DJ, CZ, Mood Swing, CMG, Master of the Dial. You know what I'm saying? This is for the ill crew, Universal, Intensive Care Unit, ICU, Massive Ups to Debris, Alliance, and all the other kids down. You know what I'm saying?
Appleton. Appleton.
I not give shout outs to anyone but me.
Yo, you're listening to JT and Ghost, AppletonRadio.com live. Check it out.
Till
Shades of gray, cloud my eyes. Anxiety attacks coming down the sides. Continuously breathing over spilled milk and fast lies. Water under the bread, wait to burn until I'm on the other side of this compulsive behavior. Slave labor, self-discipline. Take a moment to read the warning label on the medicine. I'm sorry I don't remember asking for your opinion. Thanks for the advice, I'm desperately seeking a new life, a new wife, a better diet and some exercise. The television sings me to sleep every night, so I'm not lost chasing thoughts through dark corners of my bedroom. Sweet lullabies, gunshots and talk show hosts off for a host of contradicting emotions. A postscript at the bottom, I wrote to you under the assumed identity of forgotten.
Wasting time, wasting years, living on borrowed time, I fear. Waste away until there's nothing there. What am I doing here? Wasting time, wasting years, living on borrowed time, I fear. Waste away until there's nothing there. What am I doing here? Wasting time, wasting years, living on borrowed time, I fear. Waste away until there's nothing there. What am I doing here? Wasting time, wasting years, living on borrowed time, I fear. Waste away until there's nothing there.
Appleton.
Hello, this is MC22, and you're listening to Appleton Radio.
Can you turn that up a little bit?
Always been the type to claim I'm the best. It's cause I already know I'm so much better than the rest. With Seppi on the beat, it's like we stepping on your feet. Don't roll with just anyone, I'm only repping the elite. We 3 levels ahead, I'm talking devilish red. Hot flames, throw a man, I'm trying to sever his head. I mean they better invent some new ways to stop me, or else the kings are gonna have to hand me the top seat. Rumor, never lost a war in his life, cause these motherfuckers don't know what this war shit is like. Let them write for a fight, I'ma stand, I'ma slice up the beat on the streets. I'm the man of the night, always tight, so you know this shit'll never end. Don't have to admit it, but everyone know I'm better than this guy, that guy. Make his rap ship capsize, killing everything I touch. So someone kiss the track, but I don't pass by. When they see me on the streets, MCs keep fucking with me, and now they all be deceased. I'm a beast, can't contain what I unleash, cause the only thing they spit and leave a stain on the sheets. I'm the truth with an uppercase T. You mess around, I make your fucking face bleed. Cause the G I'm tryna be, that's just me. I'm allergic to losing, all I do is succeed, so fuck me. I'm the truth with an uppercase T. You mess around, I make your fucking face bleed. Cause the G I'm tryna be, that's just me. I'm allergic to losing, all I do is succeed, so fuck me. Doing it for some time, about to hit my stride. Time for some fun, dog, you can run, but you can't hide the future of the franchise. Look into your man's eye, be throwing you off the building just to prove that you can't fly. A maniac, always on the attack, always gunning for the strap and got the stash in my knapsack. And that's that react fast to the call. Put my team on the map, put you in the cast when I ball. I'm in the back of them all, but I'm coming to the front. Always heat when I peep, it's like you running from the sun. I'll be puffing on the blunt, blowing smoke when we ride by. I fly high, but I always keep my eyes live. I'm prime time, dish your dimes when I rhyme. Relax and recline, it's just a matter of time. If I make a name in the game, I'm so insane on the beat. Flow stops the rain and then the flame never ceases. It's that rap attack, it's like I have to smash. Just to tuck up your ass, put your flag at half mast. The time is half past, got no time to waste. About to have it my way like Burger King's on my plate. It's fate, I'm the truth with an uppercase T. You mess around, I make your fucking face bleed. Cause the G I'm tryna be, that's just me. I'm allergic to losing, all I do is succeed, so fuck me. I'm the truth with an uppercase T. You mess around, I make your fucking face bleed. Cause the G I'm tryna be, that's just me. I'm allergic to losing, all I do is succeed, so fuck me.
Yeah, Appleton Radio Show. Track before that one was jdwalker, Lullaby, produced by Lifelike. That was just Rumor and Sep 1-5 called Fuck Me. Keeping it moving with A-Frame and Mike Cloud's Port City rep with Bread and KGB.
Shout out to all those guys you just named. Every single one of them.
Every last one of them. Let's bring it back. KGB, Bread, Port City rap, Mike Clouds and A-Frame. Let's go.
Just another day in the great town. Have to pop lifeless. Easy to stay down. Frown when I'm like this. Clowns thinking that they sound like this, but it's all fantasy. Damn it, see the tab ducker, lab puffer. Overall bad motherfucker. Grab dapper, not grip. Seen the snot drip, drip from the yucca. Sick shit from first big tip to the last bit. Hit the condenser, get entering the lands unadvised. Couldn't see me on the clouds, be with your bare eyes. Influenza out the speaker. Creep streets to keep reefer on burn mode. Spurn foes fessin' like they testing them my old lessons. Should've learned those way back. Get to see the day that I play in your rec league. Pro flow, amateur check. Damage sets till your neck bleed from overdone motion. Open like Mondays at Free Street. Geeks go break out your cheat sheet. Sinister peeps, eat feet. I'm real kicking like beat the prime minister. Limits are just a rough sketch of the boundaries. On my sound, please, no fences. Tenses, the steps that I'm stomping. Like my 5 a.m. bus arrival in Compton. Must pay the price. Want advice, let go. My last iota of concern. Feel the burn when you sweat, yo. Like yoga, 110 degrees. Lemon MCs looking nice in the live. I can't get no run. Book my mic in your spot. I get done like the vertican, the Vatican senses. Enchanted by the evil temptress. Am I really all alone in this place? Tastes bitter to be right all along. Jaded sight, not wrong. My cuz almost gone. I write songs and then smoke them. Died the second time that I spoke them. Maybe I never should've woke them from the deep depths. With sleeping dogs slept peaceful, undisturbed, undergirds with desire. Herbs on curves speaking words of a liar personified. Say it ain't fire. Bonafide, call the digits when you want it live. Won't fidget, rip it 2 feet above head. Dead midgets get accustomed to the idea. I'll always be here just to crush them. Demons in my ears, on occasion I can hush them. Other times so near, touch them, fuck them, buck them back to they birth. Pack too much nerve, barely fitting in the booth. Juice spitting, tooth bitten, still kicking, and always on hitting.
Hey yo, my pen is lethal. When the ink spills, there'll be no sequel. Apparently, transparent MCs are see-through and unimportant. It's obvious I'm reppin' Portland, where there's more than enough rappers to die of boredom. And that's why I need to stick out. I whip my dick out and dig out your bitch from the back. Hear a smack from mushroom bruises. I'm hung like nooses in suicide cases, and like horses in races. My horse get replaced by my freestyle that's tasteless. Like fine wine, I'm ageless. I write rhymes on pages of papers and zigzags. When I get a big bag of pennies, I've been bad. Ask any who's been had. Got plenty of friends that can test. I've been blessed with techniques and talent. Looks like I got next. I drink lots of liquor, so looks like your luck's up. We're battling, say something, otherwise shut the fuck up. Hit you in the face like the bass from a cloud's beat. From scenes you get erased while I'm embraced like the Cosbys. Slur words like Ozzy, straight stutter on the mic. If I fuck up at shows, I'm still butter and I'm like 11-year veteran, premature fixture. Watch me take you out the frame and rip you out the picture.
And here we go again. Frame 7 with no karma. On my 36th sin, I don't fuck sheep, I fuck the farm. Deranged lunatic, when I bathed in Cooper chicken shit. Going out to prove the best, but all I did was get the groupies sick. I burn the candles, a perverted Tim sample. Yeah, the bitch gave me brain, I got it sitting on the mantle. And this is Maine, don't give a fuck about a main coat. Bring a bitch from out of state, we'll give a test if she can deep throat. If county ticks don't get the shit from them, we don't put a dick in them. Born and bred up north, I got a little bit of hick in him. I'm something country. I'll pluck a banjo when it's sunny. Drag a mama out of bummers and bust her down up on a Tommy. A mixtape, I came back to fix fate. Came back just like come to spit out what chicks hate. I'm like an Elvis, making these rappers jealous. Bitches punching a low keypad, you ain't man enough to tell us. Paul Bunyan, come in loving a couple of onions. A couple of 100 punchlines and 1,000 beats is pumping. 207, send the pansy bands back to heaven. Son Jeffries knows the truth, this pussy rocket ain't contending. The bull moose, I'm letting the hounds loose. This town has finally caught the flu. Everyone's Joseph with the juice. Spit good, I run the shit like Michael Chitwood. If Joe slowly funds the album, I'll float away like I was driftwood. Retarded barnacle, claiming that we're as hard as you. Canaan and Portland famous give the gift to the ones we hardly knew. So fuck my sins if you got the guts, you should have win. But if the words will wish you luck, but now then I guess you jumped the bridge. Yo, Golden Touch, Mill Pavement, Bread, KGB, A-Frame, Mike Clouds on the beat.
Rap Night,
Appleton.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Bobby Brainstorm in the building. Jump off. Got my boy Tommy Knotts here. We'd like to thank Ghost and everybody else. And yo, come out and check us out. Jump off.
What's going on, y'all? It's Case, Bobblehead, Babyhead, whatever. Of the big kids holding it down at Appleton Radio. Rap night.
Swan Naughty, Ninth Wonder. Yeah. I know certain situations get in your way. Kinda cramps your style. Something I've been doing. Something that I think will make things right. It works. When you can't deal with it, just let it go. Yo. Dude Tone, he was known for stacking his paper. Tasha was elegant with a delicate nature. Met at a show with singers and a host of rappers. Exchange numbers, not knowing they be closer after. He's ballin' all in the drugs. She talking like Sierra, so what? Call him a thug, she fallin' in love. Plus his wallet's fat, she callin' his jack. He acting timid, voices of women all in the back. Now she's in the zone, drinking all alone, thinking, is she bugging for no reason or is Tone cheating? He's staying out later now, not coming home even. And when he comes home, there's no speaking. Damn. Whatever happened to the conversations y'all were having? What happened to the magic, the laughing, and all the passion? On a bumpy road without your seatbelt fastened. Now you in the zone, so many questions you asking like, why'd it happen like that? It's crazy, yo. Yeah, I know, you need to let go. Well, thought I knew what it was, but true colors show. Yeah, that's low, you need to let go. Well, if I knew it was like that, I would've skated. Yeah, I know, you need to let go. Well, it's like every day I'm dealing with fake shit. Fuck that, yo, you need to let go. That's your homeboy, you got each other's back. He's acting funny nowadays, man, what's up with that? He don't look you in your eyes when you're talking to him. He used to walk a straight line, now he's awkward moving. It's crazy, man, y'all made dough together. His attitude's like the coldest weather. When you dap the dude, his palms are sweaty and all clammy like. And y'all supposed to be family, right? Listen, a lot of niggas backstab over lust for the fortune. Some niggas burn bridges and later try jumping across it. We all suffer losses until we stuck in a coffin. So if you marry that chip on your shoulder, my brother, divorce it. It's the right move, it makes sense. Is you riding with your boy, is you riding against? You on the same side or on the other side of the fence? That crazy acting is whack, I got an answer for that. Let go. Why'd it happen like that? It's crazy, yo. Yeah, I know, you need to let go. Well, thought I knew what it was, but true colors show. Yeah, that's low, you need to let go. Well, if I knew it was like that, I would've skated. Yeah, I know, you need to let go. Well, it's like every day I'm dealing with fake shit. Fuck that, yo, you need to let go. Let go, let go,
So we're gonna help sandbag. Really know what that means.
Dirty water purge sins of the father. Rock of Gibraltar, Rhodes Scholar, stalwart. Dash your hopes in smoke clouds and sawdust. Pause past the flask to the next apostle. Down the whole bottle, drown on the bar stool. Bury my bones in an abysmal foxhole known as the Negro Philosopher's Stone. Spit epidemic flows, spread like Ebola. Etched in stone, esoteric text and prose. Pessimist, yes, though I have hope. Let's smoke, quest and code, pinnacle professional. Upper echelon eccentric, expert flow. Can I get support from an exit poll? Sandbag, 100% exceptional. Fresh homegrown raps for the rest of y'all. Now show respect while we flex and hold. Raised in a place people recognize your face, yet forget your name. Times are unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at it. Raised in a place people recognize your face and forget your name. Times are unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at it. 3 white boys and a skinny Negro. Professor Rex, Cyclops, Wolverine, yo, and I'm the beast bro. Rap sheet, unique flow, critique, complete speech, quo, quid pro quo. Consummate step, respect, get them dues. Need reproof, see my speech on the evening news. Nigga, you do you, I'ma do me too. Still waiting on my 40 acres and my 2 mules. Raised in a place people recognize your face, yet forget your name. Time's unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at him. Raised in a place people recognize your face and forget your name. Time's unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at him.
White steel on the anvil, careful in the landfill. Don't slip through the slits that we sift sand through. Intangible variables, trash talk terrible, excrete like an aerial animal. Stereo burial, barely bearable, unairable material. Pre-ripped fabric, severed at the facets. 10,000 bags of white plastic assets stacked in an orderly fashion. Transient waste management, toilet paper origami. Lord of the porta potty, report a morbid quandary. Flies orbit raunchy, laundry of enormous quantities. Dirty socks have remarkably absorbent qualities. Follow me, Ollie Ollie oxen free. Let's all play king of the garbage heap. Last one's a rotten egg, your brain on a spatula. Sandbag coming at you, the trash compactor.
Raised in a place people recognize your face and forget your name. Time's unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at it. Raised in a place people recognize your face and forget your name. Time's unkind it seems, but ultimately you gotta believe you'll stand tall on the garbage heap. Now get at it.
Sandbag.
I think back on the time when I was so young, didn't know who I was, but thought I knew love. Too many heartaches and pointless tears. So much time wasted for so many years. I began to feel like I couldn't trust no one. Began to build a wall up. Stop believing in real love. A sad song is what I was living. Didn't know what I was missing until I found you. Since you came along, changed my song to a happy one. I sing it loud, I sing it strong. This is real love, it must be real love. After all this time, it still blows my mind that I could feel so loved, a love I could trust. You're the exception I thought I'd never find. So much time wasted on the other kind. You make me feel like I never have to question what's your true intention, 'cause your love is so transparent. A sad song is what I used to be. Now you're here with me, so glad I found you. Since you came along, changed my song to a happy one. I sing it loud, I sing it strong. This is real love, it must be real love.
It's reality, no longer living within a fallacy. True love from the start, as far as I can see. And for me, it's a feeling of elevation, revelations in the middle of relations. No hesitation, no time for second guessing, 'cause I felt the pain, dealt with the strain, and learned a lesson. My last lap left me alone and cold-hearted, but your sunshine provided me warmth since we've started. And I know what we're sharing is true. You caring for me caring for you. Staring in your eyes, it's like you dare me to do what I need to succeed. We'll be seeing it through together forever. Just started today. You affect me in a positive way. As we lay intertwined, you remind me of heaven divine. Banging body and incredible mind. One hell of a find. Now I'm older and I'm through with the games, and I can tell that you're feeling the same. 'Cause ever since you came,
since you came
Appleton Radio. That's brand new. Christina Contagion featuring Ryan Augustus. Since You Came, you're going to be hearing a lot more new tracks from her in like every show we do from now on, probably. Before that, Sandbag Trash, taking it back a couple albums with Sandbag,
Pay attention.
You know what I'm saying? And Swan Naughty, Let's Go, as we talked about.
Right, Ninth Wonder production.
Absolutely,
get
man.
Your game up.
Yo, I feel like we're doing a real good thing here tonight with just I don't know, we have history in the building, you know what I mean? And we got the playlist around. So with no further ado,
indeed, we got the homie Kane in the house. What's up, Kane? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey, man, everything is lovely over here, more Maine Hip Hop and another hip hop legend really back in the Appleton Radio studio, and we definitely want to speak with you about all kinds of things, but the one thing I want to do, and I like doing this with certain people that come on the show, before we let you explain, what you started from and why people should know the name Kane, hit me with a couple of MCs that you feel really influenced you as an MC, because I think that gives somebody a good look into the background of the person they're talking to. You know what I'm saying? So just 2 or 3, whatever you feel.
All right. This one's going to sound a little funny, but Ice Cube was one of the biggest influences.
Tick-tock.
No doubt.
I mean, Ice Cube and NWA, just Ice Cube, out of all of them, was my favorite.
Well, he was writing for most of them anyway.
Yeah, he was. And then, let's see, I'd say EPMD.
Yep, no doubt. Eric and Parrish making dollars.
Ultramagnetic MCs.
No doubt. All right, taking it back.
And then a little bit beyond that, and Sole would be laughing about this one, J. Rue the Damager.
Classic.
But that's enough for now.
Cool.
Yeah, you
that's
railed them
perfect,
off, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, because I think, like I said, it definitely helps show the character of the person you're speaking to. And
we got to clarify something first and foremost
Right.
before we do anything. Portland has like 847 Canes right now. So if you're listening to Appleton Radio, we just said, hey, Kane is on the show.
This is the first.
Let's
The
clarify.
official, the original.
Wait, I'm the original except for Big Daddy. I can't
Right,
say
of course.
it, but
Of course.
Yeah, so it's Kane. It's not Kane, Grogan,
Kane
Slogan,
Grogan.
Nogan.
There's
Tommy Kane.
There's a guy named Kane
Palazzo
that rocks with Palazzo.
Yeah, that's Cage.
Definitely not him.
Cage, something like that.
Kane.
I don't know.
But this is so this is like Live Poets era,
93.
before, been around for a while. Like your showcase at Rap Night is you haven't played in Portland in a while. We were talking about this, and so we just want to make sure people know who the F we have up in this B, and it's been clarified. So I'm just going to stand down and let things proceed. Sorry.
Right, and as we were saying, like where did hip hop really start from being a fan to actually making your own music? And I mean, what was your entrance into the scene?
I discovered hip hop on my own. I grew up in Westbrook, then moved to Waterboro.
Okay.
The hoods of Waterboro. And
shout out to Westbrook. I grew up in Westbrook.
I found hip hop at a flea market. My parents used to go to antique shops, flea markets, all that. And I bought a bunch of records, and I always got records every time we went to a flea market. And I found some just crazy shit. I was like, I was into Led Zeppelin, Metallica, you know? And then I find like some Sugar Hill Gang and some Houdini and like some NWA, some old school hip hop. And I'm like, what is this? And for some reason, I really identified with it. And then I moved out to Job Corps in 1993. Okay. And I used to write poetry, things like that, but no hip hop. Right. And then I got to Job Corps, and I met a couple MCs from there. And that's when I started writing my first raps. And the guy I used to write raps with is a guy named Mac Truck. And he actually was in the
Mac
Ruthless Bastards. That was a Wu-Tang affiliate. That was on Killer Be the Swarm.
Wow.
And did a bunch of music with. And he's still doing stuff. Ruthless Bastards still doing stuff.
Right.
But that's how I wrote my first rap, and it was horrible.
Right.
And I remember him just saying, "Dude, just be your fucking self, man. You're not being yourself. This isn't you." And then then I wrote like a story rap, and I wrote something that was like from my heart and all that. And that's when he said, you got it. That's it. And from there, that's how I started writing.
No doubt.
I kind of fused poetry into hip hop, and that's kind of how I do it.
Definitely. So from there, you're getting your feet wet at Job Corps, and now when does it bring you back to Portland? Because that's really where I'd like to hear where things jump started there for you.
Well, I'd like to say my first show I ever did was in Rutland, Vermont.
Okay.
At a place called a Hip Hop.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we, that was my first show. And then after I got out of Job Corps, I moved back to Westbrook. And, I things didn't really go that great for me. I was kind of living on the streets and things like that. And that's when I met Sole. They were doing Northern Exposure at the time.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with Northern Exposure.
We are, yeah. Not as familiar as you. That's why it's good to have you in the house to fill us in. But okay.
Yeah, and that was jdwalker, Cuz, a bunch of cats with Northern Exposure.
I was gonna say, I think was that track we're talking Hoods from the Woods.
Hoods from the Woods.
Yeah, we actually lined that up. We're gonna get into that at some point tonight, probably after we chat with you. But yeah, so and the thing I didn't know is that Northern Exposure predates everything.
Everything.
So all this time I've been thinking, hey man, Kane's coming on with the earliest track, which is an exclusive for us, so we're gonna play.
Yep.
But this Northern Exposure shit I've already had is from '93, which I had no idea.
That's earlier. That's before Live Poets. Yep.
Yeah.
And and actually Hood from the Woods, I actually heard on a local radio station. It was actually WMPG back then.
Sure.
That's how you heard the underground hip hop on the radio. And I heard, and I got in contact. A friend knew Tim Holland, who's Soul, and we ended up chatting, and I started doing stuff for 45 Below, and met jdwalker.
Yeah.
jdwalker and Tim Holland was Live Poets when I met them.
Right.
Okay.
And then they asked me to be in the Live Poets, and I had a stint with them.
Yeah.
And then Live Poets went kind of in a different direction from there.
Right.
Yo, that's dope to know, man, and it's good history because we haven't had jdwalker on the show, and he's obviously deep-rooted history in Maine hip hop, Maine music in general. So it's
Love
pretty,
JD.
Yeah, he's the man.
Shout out to JD.
When I first started really kind of paying attention to local hip hop in Maine and just hip hop in general around here, JD was really prevalent everywhere in the scene. He was all over the place. All those kids were doing shows together. It was just like one big crazy happy family, and I haven't seen him recently, but he pops up. He lives right around the corner. I know that much.
I saw him recently. I hung out with him for a little bit after Santiago and Dilly did a show, small show at the Longfellow.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah, and so we hung out a little bit there. It was good to see him.
He'll sneak into rap night occasionally, and so we're just paging jdwalker to the Appleton Radio show. When I see you in person, I will personally invite you, but hopefully through hearsay and whatnot, you'll get the message and tell that beautiful wife of yours the same invitation applies, although maybe separately because there's just so much history in both. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So all right, cool. Once again, that's just ridiculous to have you on and talk about all this history and a little more inside look on like what Live Poets was when you first started rapping, how you were kind of started on that angle.
It was crazy. It was a lot harder. The hip-hop scene was not like it is now. It wasn't as easy to do these venues, and sometimes you didn't really get a lot of love at all.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And but there's a couple venues that I remember. One was Morganfields, which was an open mic. It was actually where the Asylum is.
Morganfields.
Yeah, Morganfields is before the Asylum,
All
and we did a. There's a live band doing open mic, and we went up there, and it was definitely not a hip hop crowd. Let me put it that way.
Right.
And we got up there, and we Donnie, who was Dallas's brother, I don't know, from Wicked Syndicate.
Yeah.
Beatbox to the drummer, and I gave him the bassist the bass line, and then within 5 minutes there was a guitar, a cowbell, a piano, the drums, the guitar, all playing, and we were all just rhyming our asses off. You know, we ended up getting like a standing ovation there. And,
would you do it? Was it just like a one-time thing, or?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't do that venue too much.
Morganfields,
but a little bit. Morganfields.
First documented open mic, maybe before Stone Coast.
Yeah,
way
it was
before.
A long time ago.
Just throwing it out there.
Zoots. in BBC. I don't know if anybody remembers Bahama Beach Club.
Suck, please. I went there. I thought I was cool, but it turns out, no, not so much. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. There's places like that for kids now. I have to imagine, like 4 times their age. So I'm working through it. But what's it like now? Are we just like on skateboards and roller skates, listening to Lil Wayne, wearing like tinfoil shirts and shit? I don't know, like. On some new age hip hop like Steve's.
I don't feel it, I'm strictly underground or old school. That's it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I guess from there, Live Poets and 45 Below, we just kept doing a lot of group tracks, and then of course Anacon was formed later on. I moved down to North Carolina, which was a mistake because the hip hop scene around there was awful, except for P.D. Pablo and.
Was there was like kind of an active local scene where you were at, or
no?
Really not at all.
No, it was no underground scene at all for hip hop.
Okay.
I did meet a kid named Ari down there, and actually we were starting to work on an album. It was me, Ari, and Dallas, and it was called The Sound and the Fury. And it just never worked out. We started, having some troubles.
Dallas being of Wicked Syndicate, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I need more Wicked Syndicate music, by the way, if you can hook that up. I have a few tracks.
Supposedly there's some new stuff going on. I keep getting threatened with it, but
okay.
I haven't heard it yet.
Well, keep us posted, like that's stuff we'd like to bring our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Well, listen, I feel like that's a pretty good glimpse. We're not done talking with you, that's for sure. This is Appleton Radio, the second hour we get it in. But we play a few of your tracks, too, and so... You have some brand new tracks that you've brought for us to play, and what's this? The first one we're going to introduce. We've played you on the show before, but we haven't played this song on the show. Haunted.
Yeah, Haunted is it's a deep song, man, and it's really hits home. It's about some stuff that I went through in the last couple years, and I had to get it off my chest. And I actually wrote the whole song, all 3 verses, in about 20 minutes. It just came flooding out of me. And it's some of the best stuff I've written. It's heavy, but I love it. And the beat is by Brad Stott, who is White Jacket Productions. He actually moved out to California, but the beat is really dope. And it's a real deep song.
All right, cool, man. Well, that's that. We're going to get right into it. And we'll come back and talk about it and all kinds of other stuff here. It's Appleton Radio.
got a story to tell you, and every word is the truth. It'll scare you to death and have you shaking in your boots. About a house that I live in, and this house is haunted by a tormented ghost and a spirit unwanted. But this one is different, it's unlike other spirits. Watch a clock tick awaiting a nightly appearance. It starts early, you can begin to feel her presence. The aura changes, the house is filled by the essence. She doesn't show herself until the kids are asleep. I hate coming down the stairs, dreading every time we meet. She's conflicted, I'm aware of her battles. Glasses clanking, prescription bottles they rattle. She knows that I feel her as she makes her way towards me to a special place in the living room when she joins me. In my corner cringing, I just wanna rest, but I can't yet. And we both know what happens next. Time for releasing the demons. The room becomes cold as she becomes increasingly seething. It kills me to watch her over and over again, being consumed like she's totally engulfed in flames. She releases her agony, I become her host. For every dagger thrown, she offers herself a toast, hurling words with sharp edges with her eyes on fire. I take molasses and try to pry inside her. The demons now servant seems to be guiding her well. Misery loves constant, wants to live in her hell. The past haunts her, so she haunts me in return. Wants me to feel her pain, but doesn't want me to learn. She sees me as a threat, for some reason she fears me. I try and talk to her, but she refuses to hear me. She won't allow the real truth to come from within, so all those demons stay trapped under her skin.
the abuse. At the same time, my eyes are now open to the truth. No matter what I do, I can't reach or make her happy. All the anger and hatred every evening thrown at me. It's too much time goodbye. Is there something inside? There's something to be found if there was something to hide. Is love harm enough to maybe seep in the cracks? Or is this well embedded and lie deeper than that? In the meantime, my love is falling under a spell, being possessed, her body being used as a shell. I hope she's not taking my love's soul and controlled it to the point that the two entwined and became molded. I wanna cast it out with my wife back at peace. Please go find another host to haunt and release. Take all of your demons with you and your pain that's within and be gone, damn you. Let us love one another again.
Yes, Appleton Radio show. That was Kane with Haunted. And I got to be honest, man, I was really feeling the formula you used on that with just the straight 16s, 4-bar break, no hook. Let that vocal sample give the feeling of a ghost, of a female ghost. And you painted a very good picture there. And I think it shows a lot from the age of hip-hop that you came up in, because it was very important to be able to paint pictures in hip-hop back then. You know, that's what it was all about, the metaphor play and telling stories. And, you know, so big ups on that. I really feel like you did a good job with that track.
Thank you very much.
No doubt. And you said, you know, you had gone through some personal things. So, I mean, were you living in a house that was haunted? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you have Nomar Slemek coming over to check if your house is full of ghosts?
Good call.
It's hard if you really listen to the song, you'll know what the ghost is. And,
okay.
No, I picked up on what the ghost is.
And it's totally it's forgiven. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, like I said, I had to get it out, and I love hearing it being played too. Cause,
Right.
You know, it's a deep song, and it's close to me. You know. The other thing is I tried to, you know, work on a chorus, and it was forcing it. You know what I mean? It just didn't fit.
It didn't need it.
It didn't need it.
Right.
Yep.
Very dope. Very dope.
Straight bars, and
so,
banging.
so as people, you know, left out to Cali and you went down south to NC, you know, what happened there as far as writing and putting things together? I know you said you had this project that was supposed to come out that didn't come out, but, you know, from there, you know, you eventually came back to Maine. We've got you here today.
Yeah,
So-
I got signed to a label down in North Carolina that was a bad deal,
Okay.
big time. And I learned my lesson with that. You know, I was so hungry
Right.
and so eager to, like, do music. And that's something that, you know, cats need to look out for still today, even though it's easier to promote your stuff yourself now. But then, you know, I was so eager to do stuff. I'll sign right away. I saw, like, no beats. There was a very few shows. He promised me this, promised me that. This person you're opening up for, and it never happened. And then when you sign, you're locked in. If you do any music with anybody else,
Right.
you know, you get fucked.
Yeah.
Or the other label does. The other label will stay away from you.
Right. Right.
And so between that and hip hop getting stale for me, there was a time where I just fuck it. I don't even want to, you know, I kind of wrote some stuff on my own. Didn't push doing music as far as writing albums and things like that.
Right. So that was the time that you took off, and now was it when you came back to Maine when you started writing again and really getting back into it?
Yeah, I actually, when I moved back, I started doing music again. You know, I was doing some stuff at the Mercury, Geno's. I'm starting to get planted again, and I did one of the stupid things ever. Is you know, I got settled down, and not settling down wasn't the stupid thing, but giving up something that I love. I'll never do that again and give up something like that, like hip hop. And I did, you know, I got married and had kids and things like that. But it doesn't mean that you have to, like, get rid of the things that you will love to do.
Right.
And I did that. I sacrificed some of those things for my wife, my family. I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying
No,
that
of course.
you get busy,
Yeah,
you
of
get
course.
swept up, and
Life gets in the way of
but
life.
hip hop is an outlet.
Yep.
And it's a very good way to release, and I stopped doing that, and that actually hurts you. You know, if that's your outlet, then you need to keep that outlet.
Right.
And if someone doesn't want to be with you because, you know, because you love hip hop and you want to keep doing it, then don't be with that person.
Right.
You know,
because they won't understand.
Nope.
It's a vent and a way to put your feelings and expressions out without sitting and boiling on them and holding them in. You know, people go to a psychiatrist and pay money to feel better. Shit, if I can grab a piece of paper and a pen and do it myself, you know, and I think as MCs, that's what we do, you know, and that's a very, very valid point there. You know, we've been talking a lot, but I just, you know, I think in a lot of cases, the music speaks for itself. So let's continue on with some more music from you. You know, what would you like to get into? I know we've got a
I got a request,
feature.
man. The Sin Shames track, man. Sin Shames. You know, he said we can't play it because he's acting like a snitch.
Too bad.
No, I'm
Too
joking.
bad.
He didn't say that.
I'll press play myself.
Okay, so this is new, old.
This is new. It's called the Godzilla Banger, and it's got me and Sin on it, and it's dope. It's a banger. And
No doubt.
It's some shit talking stuff.
No doubt.
And,
Who's on the production?
This is another Brad Stott track.
No doubt.
White Jacket Productions.
White Jacket. Okay.
And maybe he's listening out there. If he is, what up?
Yo, shout out to White Jacket Productions if you're out there in the game.
No doubt. We're gonna get right into it here. This is Kane featuring Sin Godzilla on the Appleton Radio Show.
Hey yo, I get so high that I think I plateaued. I'll be done with rap, except they dig me like a backhoe. I run through crews and get bored with the outcome. The name Sin Shames, I refuse to be outdone. Outrun the law, go to war with my words. Overlord, I cut the cord on you herbs. It takes more than you're capable to try and bring it. You pussy, you want that 450, come and get it. But if not, forget it. It's cause karma settles debts as I settle scores, never short on respect as I redirect my anger on a banger. I'm loose now, Sin Shames, you know I got the juice now, and I know the ledge like the 18th letter. Ties get severed, asking yo, what could be better? Forever rocking mic since I hit the 6th grade. Ask Kane, I guarantee the most would say the same.
Got a twist on top of making new moves, pimping holes, lacing jewels, and blazing the tools. But I've been busting guns in elementary school, and that was me being real, not imitating you fools. So why you stalling? You a liar. Need to tell the truth to all of you. Ain't killing you, ain't pimping you, ain't dealing, you ain't balling. Some people say that I might have missed my calling, but I'm back, motherfuckers, and for you, so that's a problem. I'm in my 30s, so you can understand my sense of urgency. Right now, hip hop is in a state of emergency. This isn't brain surgery or rocket science. I hear you talk on the talk, but can you walk with giants? I remember when there used to be ill lyrics and dope beats. Now there's too many Indians trying to play co-chiefs. I went up to smack you off of your high horse. Came from remain the slain lanes and defy laws.
So low, I'm so low on the bottom. I'm the gutter, I'm so rotten, and I cannot be forgotten. My heart ain't made for stopping, pull holes with James Bond flow. Take it to the hole, uncontested like Rondo. When I'm on though, it's on, yo, it's never fake or fiction. You can only listen when you're in my jurisdiction. I rep it right repeatedly, if you're real, it comes easily. Shit, the only thing you're missing now is the hits. I take trips, see trails, forget the small details. Most dudes are females when you tear off the decals. It's it when you're pissed, you're a bitch, you're a skirt, you're a punk, you're a jerk. But when your girl, she likes to flirt. I'm a kid, man, I kid, and I have fun, I admit. Moving car, anchored boat, it's the same, it's my shit. Once a slave, now I'm out and I don't know how to behave. Count the days since you fucked up and unlocked the cage.
Shit rap, it's got me inspired and totally focused. I bleed inky paper and shit dopeness. No hocus pocus, this isn't David Blaine. This is Mean Street idiots and I'm raising Cain. You claiming that you spit fire, you're all just liars. This isn't a ballad, so put away you big lighters. This is a banger that'll make you bleed within. To show you fake MCs, you can't fuck with me and sin. What do you think of just rodent on a head of cabbage? I'm a veteran asshole, yo, I'm far from average. These rhymes are spit, blow my minds and caving chests. Like the mental cycle when I flow, it's a bloody mess. Think you're hot, I have to break it to you, but you're not in those on top. Yeah, I'm taking your spot as I crawl out of the earth and rise up from the underground. I was seeking a story and your whole world will come crashing down.
Yeah, Appleton Radio bringing you super new exclusive-ish Sin Shames Kane on these bangerific tracks.
Shout out on the Lynn on the cuts as well.
Oh, the Lynn just sneaking in there, mixing that down, throwing cuts on it.
Yeah, I want to say a big shout out to Sin and the Lynn. Yo, Sin is my man. And Trails is the best hip hop group that this state has ever seen. Ever. And I mean that.
Wow.
Hands down, there it is,
Yep.
man.
Big statement, definitely.
I can't necessarily disagree. It's not like I'm going to disagree with you.
Yep.
They're setting the bar.
No doubt. And you know, we big fan of their music as well. So, you know, real happy to be able to play that collaboration for a first time. And how did that work for you guys? You guys get together one day and write everything together, or were you given the beats separately and wrote separately? I mean, how did that track come together?
It wasn't that simple. Yeah, I kind of got that beat from Brad Stott a while back. I wrote my stuff, and then Sin got his verses ready, and we sent him over to the Lynn to mix it down and put the cuts on. And the Lynn came through with me on the last minute to get this ready for Appleton tonight. So big ups to the Lynn.
Yeah, Josh, doing it really. Fat giraffe, just tromping through the fields, turning knobs and adjusting levels and just coming through for the
Making it
207.
happen.
For real.
Definite quality work comes out of his shop always. So,
He's
big
the
shout
best
out to the Lynn.
I'm not just blowing these guys, but he's the best producer out there too. You know what I mean? His beats, and he just keeps progressing. And I love listening to shit. And same with Sin. The Trails, both those Trails albums. I can't wait for the new one because that new one is gonna be banging.
Definitely,
no doubt,
banging.
man. No doubt.
Can expect nothing less. From
Can you
those
believe
fellas.
that there was a time where maybe Appleton Radio was called Mill Pavement Radio, and I got a phone call from a guy who runs Mill Pavement, and he said, "You can't play Trails on Mill Pavement Radio. If you're gonna play Trails and Sin Shames on Mill Pavement Radio, then I can't be affiliated with it."
Really?
And then boom. So guess what?
Really?
We were back with Appleton Radio. How could you say that? Sin Shames, the Lynn, the fucking
Yeah,
heroes of the Maine hip hop world right now.
Hey,
It's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
insecurity, huh?
Yeah.
That's
What are you
all.
gonna-
It happens.
I threw that out there on the record, man. 20 years from now, giggling and punching as we're fucking sitting on our deathbeds. It's gonna be awesome.
No doubt. And, just real happy to be able to play some of these joints. I think we're going to get into some more music, but we've got you here for the next half hour as well. So we're going to bring you back in. We're going to talk more about, older hip-hop, newer hip-hop, what the scene was then compared to what it is now. And in the middle of that, we're going to play a bunch of Maine hip-hop.
Well, let's kick it right off with that old school track. Just kind of go from that back into Maine hip hop. This Live Poets track that was from like 94, 95.
Okay.
Which features jdwalker, Sole. It's produced by Mood Swing 9.
Yep.
Talk to us a little bit about this. We'll get into this and then just back into the music here at Appleton.
Oh, Mind Statements, the original, you mean?
This is the original.
Yeah,
this is what I thought was going to be pretty much the oldest track we've ever played here, but it turns out it might not be. But
this was when Live Poets was me, jdwalker, and Soul.
Okay.
And then somehow, I don't know if it was by accident, but me and JD got cut out of the track when Mind Statements got on the Live Poets album. But anyway, I think the track, the original, is dope.
Okay.
And I started off, and then JD comes in. I love JD's verse on this, smooth as hell. And then you got Soul at the end. But Mood Swing 9, he was the dope producer, and I wish he was still doing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people echo that. You know what I mean? And word, man. All right. Well, history being made right now. Anyhow, first time for Appleton Radio, Live Poets, Mind Statements.
Appleton Radio.
The official version.
Yeah, this is like the official underground version because on the album, I guess he scrapped you and JD Shout out to jdwalker, man. We got a song from him earlier. We don't play him enough here on the Appleton Radio. He's another elder in this shit. Shout out to JD. But all right, let's stop chatting. Here we go.
It is easy to get you loose like Madam Yuzu, I induce you. Persuading you with rhymes
lines, I am invading minds, heads rhythmically bob and breathe, throbbing when your cells swell till the full of your stench skull shatter. Remaining witnesses teeth chatter when I invent and create compositions that are putting seeds out of commission, crushing all competition when they attempt to clash. In verbal conflict, non-hesitant, I bomb quick and leave the battlefield victorious. Head high, I move unglorious. I'm a victory. Competitors' history when they feel the wrath of local bloodbath. They don't know they have a pack. Well, my tongue is my weapon. My raps are my caps. Ain't no time for half-stepping. You have a choice, so let me voice my opinion. No remorse when I get up in them. I release a lyrical venom and I define the seed from the underground. I dwell and seize Kane in the subterranean. I sustain till it's time to bring the pain. Then I ascend, descending from beneath. My name spreads like disease. Please, won't you take my advice and keep moving on? My skills ain't nothing nice. I suffice and delight the taste buds of those that crave a new flow of sound. And so my flow is so profound and I continue to astound with the fusion of adjectives, verbs and nouns, etc. You will get played if you try and invade my sector. When I thrust my pen or paper, my rhymes can bust, leaving most of positive vapor transcending. You staring on having trouble comprehending, understanding. Once the smoke clears, meet my numbers left standing.
For us, divine of the sublime, but what the mind states are relevant to other minds. Mind statements. For us, divine of the sublime, but what the mind states are relevant to other minds. So many questions shoot through my head. This curious, ignorant guess. I guess I'm not who I thought I was. I'm just an image. I'm colors in this configuration. I'm clueless. I repossess the day. Water drips away like every day that's come my way. And I never saw no reason. Sunsets in the evening. Can't take back the sunrise. And every day I'm haunted by the voices cease to call me. Time won't you walk on? I'm mute. I have no tongue. Just the language that I learned when I was young. Somebody somewhere stole my light. I'm feeling sad and guilty inside. I look to the moon for forgiveness, but she gives nothing in return. And I burn here inside of what I came to be. I'm down in the rising, she sees. Down on my knees with this world about the world, spreading like a fatal disease, and nobody finds a cure. There's this blur in my eyes, cataract, now the hazy. Mrs. Days and Glory's gone, saved by Jesus on a telethon. If you see it, give her my love for me, and if you see it, I will cry for you. But if you make her so happy, my utmost respect for you. And I respect no one, expecting everything from everyone. I've been searching through my imagination like a cloud in the sky. With emotion deprived as I arrive at this emotion, searching my skies for a notion. My mind's like an ocean.
Mind statements for us divine of the sublime. What the mind states is relevant to other minds. Mind statements for us divine of the sublime, but what the mind states is relevant to other minds. If I could have a penny for my thoughts, I'd be a millionaire. Mind state is stressed like elastics. I want some props over here for my rap shit, yet I guess none. So I try to get over. My mind takes me to the life I wanna live. Reality hits hard and physical plays God, but I ain't the one to be taken out. I wanna see my dreams come to life before I bite that big mic. But I don't mind the fact I'm a minor. My mind reacts like alkali chemicals, then I pull another trick straight from my bag of tricks. I got a million styles and 1,200 techniques. You see, I've been the man since my adolescence. Master plan to be the faster man with the mastermind. Blessing on lookers like a lunatic priest. I mean, I'm gonna shoot you when the trigger tongue release. The united mind statement that I be twisted, godly gifted in all that mind shit, kid mind statements for us divine of the sublime. But what the mind states are relevant to other minds. Mind statements for us divine of the sublime. But what the mind states are relevant to other minds. Mind statements for us divine of the sublime. But what the mind states are relevant to other minds. Mind statements for us divine of the sublime. But what the mind states are relevant to other minds. I kick mind statements for us divine of the sublime. But what the mind states are relevant to other minds. Strictly mind
Yo, this is Juan
statements.
Armin. You're listening to Appleton Radio. Appleton.
It's always me, freedom songs, hard ways, red rums and star days. Some of y'all act like you calling pockets on the ball plays. Where you at, y'all stays. Better fitted for the mall stage. Me, I got no limits. I be all gauge. All season, spring scribble, summer fall page. With the wood etch, splinter cap for good measure. Treasure visuals, lyrically hood raised. And got love for some criminals, but not these self-pleasure individuals. Wouldn't like to fuck you over, act so much. Flip reciprocal. Just trying to get mine this time around the cyclical. typical track, passing you by with the same predictable lack of reason. Who you screaming at? High beaming me, I'm high beaming back. Both left blind in the process, for the time nauseous. Yacked it all up and feel fine with a hack to my back, but I was packing steel spine line t-shirt. Now I don't do that no more. You toy yapping and brand name backing. Don't buy no respect from this creep fat MCB tech on my street swept on Tuesdays. DY moms know where the keys kept. I walk on throughways, no halves, full strides what my feet step. Take love, guts on a pride, discipline, gain humility, insight to rock the mic right. Collect them all, get the complete set. Aight. Come step with me and do this little waltz where I get all the credit and nothing's my fault. But every grain of info given, give me 2 sauce. Stop doing that. Halt. Come step with me and do this little waltz where I get all the credit and nothing's my fault. But every grain of info given, give me 2 sauce. Stop doing that. Halt. Just hold right there, buddy.
Don't say anything negative unless it's gonna benefit. And I have come to learn that I completely agree. But if insult had a good result and I thought you were receptive, you might be catching an earful from me. What have you done lately to really help people? And I'm talking seriously help people. Not talking CD sales, notoriety, and advances. I'm talking social contributions and advancements. You think I've changed and got a complex?
No.
You think you gotta be my good graces to get a Portland show? If you're tired of being my shadow, then light it up and I'll stand in your sun. We went from 4-3 to 2 and I won. I pick my curses carefully and I don't sell shit in my songs. Pass over Lady Sovereign to listen to Lady Tron. I got the eclectic message, smarts, and an alright face. I got elected without running the dirty race. I'm the voice of the people cause I went about it the right way. Stay true to myself and from my mission I didn't stray. Exposure is my payment cause it's passion that I'm selling. I jump off a cliff for this and you jump at every chance. Water down, spread thin, sure thing, win-win. I give back what I take and I don't need it in advance.
So y'all can keep that. You know? Come step with me and do this little walk where I get all the credit and nothing's my fault. Every grain of info given, give me 2 sauce. Stop doing that. Pause. Come step with me and do this little walk where I get all the credit and nothing's my fault. Every grain of info given, give me 2 sauce. Stop doing that. Pause. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing
Appleton.
That was Bread. This is Altruistic. Shout out to Altruistic. Where you at, man? Show Your Face. In July is this track. It's an oldie, but a goodie.
Smoke, don't sleep. I had it but lost it, don't want it, don't need it. Still nothing is promised as we breathe in subatomic, no pump honest. I'm like free things, 3 eyes, 3 wings. A little more responsible, 20-something clutching honor roll, heavy stuffing, 180 G. And don't play in the complacency, AVP ridiculous. Make it easy on yourself, you're so serious. The last dinosaur, ground score to the core. You don't keep it, rather give it away. Can't stop and get enough, secret sickening sway. Obey, yes, heights, a ray of sunlight for a dull life. How rather cliche, with the drums right away, my heart stay. I'm burning paper like a college degree. Catch the vapors in 08, so sorry to see. The job will rob you anyway, a hobby is all we got. To copy, get your facts straight, 100-pound of dead weight. And I don't wanna wait around for the set break. Said take 5 on Crystal Lake headspace. Died, came back, got high, watched the flies eat the body of a groundhog in July, pie-eyed. Live from where your mind just went, and don't come back. No posters or thumbtacks.
Yo, rock. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be, anything, many things, heavy things. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be, anything, many things, heavy things. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be, anything, many things, heavy things. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be, anything, many things, heavy things. If nobody be bloody when coming out of this, go study the money. I guarantee it all be counterfeit. Split the face value now, what have you to offer, like officer and helicopter. Please do give me my propers. Teleprompter on a big screen, spin doctor behind it. Like this dream is our prescription, we refill it in silence. Find it a bit amusing to be choosing the proven false, who would exhaust their only option for a view of the top. Stop consuming the smoking barrel, lock movements to halt. Y'all choosing your own apparel, praise the future is false. The age of now dawning, sorry everybody's gone shopping. These degrees of vanity from the thieves and pickpockets who saw it. Pearly Yeti already dead. Metal bird with heavy head, unleaded investment. Inject the epidemic, spit off into the distance. The resistance was met. We're sorry it ain't your business now. Quiet is kept, and I hate to be so negative, except times I gotta catch my breath. You know what it's like, it's deep. Still smoke, don't sleep. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be, anything, many things, heavy things. Give me something to do, someone to see, somebody to be.
Snaps tracked off before the backlash starts. I open minds up and get you more buzz than what goes off when the time's up. My repertoire, verbal reservoir that gets your girlfriend wet in her drawers, but slept on so much I feel I should have bed sores. iPod bumping the doors as I write 16 and 4s. Dot my I's, dash my T's, I'm spitting in Morse. Your mother's masturbating with thoughts of infidelity, of me infidelity. She did it 28 times with us in her memory, until she climaxed, like opening and closing, like she's practicing her hi-hat. I wonder what she'll do when she hears dirt in my track. She'll be in ecstasy with a pacifier and her eyes back.
But drinking beer, smoking weed at 10 in the morning, fucking 3 o'clock this morning on the Saturday, now noon for morning, wondering if my battery's torn again, born wind through the hangover, got horns my friend, but Brango with some Doja, hydro mix blend, PBR at the best like Milwaukee, they talk me into it, sorry you caught me in the grooves I spit, cause you'll be taking an alcoholic groove, knit smooth and mint proof and get lit off the booze, choose my poison like those mushrooms, but stay in hush rooms for me to fuse, levels taken deep, week by week to seek unique speaker sounds, to tweak your boundaries and break ground.
Because of all we've seen, because of all we've said.
Rap night, Appleton, 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 Appleton.
Looking at books filled with knowledge, getting philosophic, GED, no degree, I'm chill with college. I seek the light, trying to fill that socket. That's why I read, increase the kilowattage, eagle eye spying, a phoenix rising, a beacon in the sky. Find the meaning of life, or at least the reasons for it. Meteoric, prehistoric, seek the sources from deep within the forest. Evil sorceress tries to breach that fortress. Sounds like another weekend in Portland. 9 a.m. I hardly slept, was up all night in flight with Archie Shep. Classics in the attic, getting moody in that damp cellar. So many LPs, they call me Shoopy Van Gelder. If you dig that, well, kudos to you. Just give me a soo or a cuckoo kachoo. Reminisce over drums like back in the day. Sip a drink, put some ash in the tray. Or don't, cause you're supposed to act that way. It's a BS, chewed up grass and hay. Sad to say, even worse to see it. Work for achievements, perfect the sequence. I'm eating Wheaties with Pythagoras and Archimedes, while you argue over what to charge for your little CDs. These freebies don't feed me, but the labor does. So I'll build that home until my clothes fray with holes and my bones break. My soul shakes and I lose control like no brakes, no brakes. Cellular decay, Anatomic rust, nothing goes away, it's incandescent cosmic dust. Gutter stutter butter step, an utter mess. Hover jets bombing like I should have played the other set. Beats for the streets, lyrical studies. Y'all cats are silly, I mold serious putty. Dearly beloved, hear ye and love it. We must seek and discover these dreams that we covet. Seems redundant, who doesn't want that? Feast of abundance, ridiculously pungent. Synergies function, sitting at that luncheon. Dirt busting with your shirt tucked in? Hitting mics, a lot like riding bikes. You might fall off if you're not doing it right. If I die tomorrow, I'ma live tonight. I said if I die tomorrow, I'ma live tonight. Live life collecting records, shredding cheddar, adding threads to the sweater. Learn from predecessors, connections to forever. Perfection is impossible, you can only hope to make it better. But not simply for the sake of the unusual. Never settle for the less than the suitable. I don't want a fancy funeral, something simple by the seaside. Friends and family stand in silence while the DJ lets the beat ride. Friends and family stand in silence while Ellsworth lets the beat ride.
Appleton Radio Show. Ryan Augustus, JT. We got Kane in the building.
Yes, we
Make
do.
sure you go out to Rap Night tonight. I9 and Kane will be performing live. Big shout out to Nate Shoop there. That was off Shoop's back. Kilowattage. Really dope track. Ellsworth on the beat. And
right before that, man, we had Mr. Harps. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the name of that track. That scratches.
We
though.
don't even have a name.
And Altruistic before also. Just
No doubt,
Yeah,
so-
I don't think I bigged up. We played Bread too, directly after the Live Poets. That's a new Bread track off Joe Love Freedom, an album I acquired at his showcase the other night.
Yep.
Flavor Baker's show, which was ridiculously dope, and we've been getting it in. So just let it be known to Bread that we're getting in Joe Love Freedom.
Definitely playing that new-ish. But we just want to keep it moving. We're almost at the end of the show, but we still got Kane in the building. And Kane, we want to thank you for coming out again, obviously. And just kind of let you get your last couple of words in before we head down to Rap Night and see you rocking ill set. But, shout-outs, what to look for, what's coming up for Kane.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on.
No
Rap
question.
Night, Appleton Radio, they're always representing. It's good to see. Well, I guess what's coming up is me doing this show and me doing this radio show is me saying I'm getting serious and I'm on a mad mission to get this album done. And,
No doubt.
and it's going to be a lot of bangers, a lot of deep songs, and I'm going to get it done. And I'd like to get it done in probably the next 4 months, which I know is a long time to some people, but it's not
Right.
for me. It just goes by quick.
Sure.
But I definitely want to get that done, so that's for the future. And I don't want to go on this radio station or do another show until my album's done.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And, because I'm not going to say I've been the hardest working at hip-hop. Like I said, I've been out of the scene for a while, but I'm back.
No doubt.
Back in the game, man.
Well, there's
right.
a statement right there.
I'm
you've
not
been
too old
playing
yet.
that. No, of course.
Definitely not.
We've been playing your music all night, and we'll continue to make sure we're bumping that Kane music here on the Appleton Radio Show, so y'all can stay tuned for that. Big shout-outs to everybody tuning in.
Yeah,
tell
man.
a friend to download the podcast and hear it all over again.
Documenting local hip-hop. So, Ryan Augustus and I coming up on 2 years doing the live show every week. I mean, we take weeks off. Speaking of which, next week, no Appleton Radio Show, but just week after week, man, send us your tracks. We've been getting into another track we got into featuring Rumor and Sep 1 earlier. We played them last week from the Bangor area.
Yep.
Trying to keep it moving, old and new, all around the state, and
even beyond.
unbiased, even Element, which Ghost wasn't feeling tonight. We've got more I Love the 80s tracks coming up, and we've got Element coming on the show in August, I think, like August 15th, to come talk about I Love the 80s and tell us how much he paid Bizarre to be on that track.
But, either way, continue to check in with us. Check the live stream 24 hours a day. We're always providing Maine Hip Hop for you to listen to. And, continue to support, man. Continue to go out to Rap Night, $3. Ladies, get in for free. Bring your mom and her best friend. out tonight.
And yeah, we'll get. There'll be sets by I9, by Kane, as you've heard a lot of, and we played an I9 track. So you know what it is, man, and it is time to close out the show. So without further ado, this right here, this shit right here, right now, is probably some of the oldest stuff you will hear on Appleton Radio. It's
Definitely.
Northern Exposure, all right? And this is Hoods from the Woods. I mean, Kane, you're in the building still. You have anything to say about this ish? I know it's some of your early influence, right?
Yeah. This is a group track from Northern Exposure, and that's what got me into, connecting with them. And I love the what is it, the violin or the sample that's on it? Yeah, the violin sample.
Okay, all right.
It's been a long time since I heard it, too, so I can't wait.
Right, no doubt.
So all right, so it's a group track, and again, can you give us the rundown of everybody who's on this track? Do you know specifically?
I remember JD's on there, Sole, I think Cuz even rapped. That's when Cuz was still rapping.
Okay, all right.
God, I can't remember half the cats that were on there, but
no worries, man. We're gonna close out the show with it. Northern Exposure, probably like 93-ish.
I guess 93. Yep.
Yeah, that's
maybe 94, early 94.
We'll find out. Maybe someday, Paging Soul as well. Feel free to come on through the Appleton Radio Show and school us on what the F, because we're all still trying to learn, man.
Maybe a 45 Below collaboration or something.
Just
like
get
that.
the whole 45
That's
Below
scary.
squad up here.
Yeah.
Does that
Why
include
not?
Braden Biddings? Was he 45 Below?
That includes Braden. That includes Braden.
Of course,
Yeah,
that's
it
good.
does.
No, because I want Braden up in here as well.
Braden,
we can get him.
ASAP.
JD, KGB, me, Soul,
Alias.
Alias.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I mean, and the beautiful thing is most of those people now have been on the Appleton Radio Show, minus a couple.
Yep.
We're getting there.
Yep.
We're getting there, and this is some of the deepest it goes. It's pretty dope, man, to see the full picture come together. Pretty soon, Augustus and I are gonna have to retire. We've gonna had everybody on the show.
Yeah, but F that. Y'all should be still making new music every day.
Yeah.
Giving new tracks. If you're an artist and you make it for the love and you don't give a shit if it's 5 people or 500 people downloading a song, this is what you should be doing.
Yo, it's
making tracks, sending it through.
AppletonRadio@gmail.com. We say it over, AppletonRadio@gmail.com. Send us your tracks. We will play them. I mean, Maine Hip Hop, New England Hip Hop. You know how we do it.
Definitely.
Week
And
after
another
week.
big shout out to Kane. Thank you again for coming through.
We gotta
homie.
close this. Jesus.
And we'll have you back once you have the CD out and ready to go. We're ending it with Northern Exposure. Hoods from the Woods, Appleton Radio Show. We're out. See y'all in a couple weeks.
Where you from the woods, so what the fuck you think of that? It's not where you're from, it's where you at. So where'd you get? I don't back no rhymes, I don't lack none. Lyrics I dope and I never keep the whack one. Who's next to flex? My rhymes pump like sex, with complex styles arouse miles and perplex. So you best step or get wrecked by my crew. Say you zingers on the ticket and I pass it to you.
Well, here's a merge between two styles that be different. Even wasn't kicking it, skins I be hitting it. Scripts I be flipping like an actor, flipping like a flapjack, a ring track like track.
What's up for a battle? Do you wanna test the skills I've mastered? Still talking shit, bitch. Come and get your ass flipped. Not getting any blacker. The one we call the cracker. The West Coast is whacking. Miami bass is whacker.
Here comes the hooligan, acting like a fool again. You stepped into the crew, you know we're taking you to school again. Skip my class, so you rats, you find my people in. Who's the man? Yes, I am. What you think in the band?
Got your crew coming from you in tonight. I'm built to kill with my skills, so grab the mic. A slide between beats, beats beyond comprehension. Rugged, rough, and smooth, but I guess I forgot to mention.
It's the hardest, smoothest style of an artist. Rhymes are coming even, but the lyrics were as ours. Well, I'm macking. The syllabus is the shit I'm tracking. Rough, no bluff, I get tough like Tanaka.
Where you from?
The woods.
Where you going? It's the hoods from the woods, and we know direct shot. Where you from? The woods. Where you going? To the top. It's the hoods from the woods, and we know direct shot. Well, it's the hoods from the woods with the rough neck, rough that makes an MC flex when it wreck. That's just the roughness. Watch this, an MC with the mouth that's always running. And he's steady. Are you ready? Tell him how you coming.
Here comes the man, goddamn, with the dopest of the dope jam. Police is calling, lethal weapon, the mic is lifted in my hand. Do you understand? But you don't hear me though. Fucking with the chronic, cause the chronic gives me must flow. What's up now? I'm known to be a talker. Next up the flex is jdwalker.
You wanted to dish, but I just had to make you an example. You stood in my path like kick your raps all over your shit, I trample. The name JD, the rest will say I'm making much of noise. With my dope rhymes down the line, I pass it to my boy.
Ooh, back from next style, epic classic. Bastard, just wrestling just like elastic. We going heads like generic prophylaxis, like donkey, I make dough, say coming. Bitch, stop running. Step down the trail and you're gonna get done it. Listen, witness, lyrical swiftness. Rhyme so hard it gets hard when I kick this.
Oh shit, you got to come and check the iron fever. I flow swifter when I do it, I might blow your speakers. So plug your ears, I hold your mind if you don't wanna listen. Northern exposure is exploding and I'm on a mission. And you'll be missing cause you're just another victim, kid. I'm unforgiving and that's only what the system did. What about the car? I stomp it when I stop it. I put heads to bed like that bitch Alina Bobbitt.
Mixed results with my thoughts when I switch up punches, hitting back with the shit like a pack full of horses. Poetic, no justice. I bust this, disgust this. Suckers on my dick, but they trip cause they're busted. Can't direct shot, but too late cause we're close. TUZ ghost out like my dick from your host.
Kicking it with the static, frenetic, yo, I'm flipping like an acrobat. Style so hard, I'm coming off like a Jimmy hat. Wizard at from the woods, understood the Irishman's here. On this track, you don't fear. DJ K is the man of the hour. Coming to explode and expose the Northeast power. The one to tell them once again, where you from?
The woods,
where you going?
To the top.
It's the hoods from the woods, and we're no direct shop. Where you from?
The woods,
where you going? To the top. It's the hoods from the woods, and we're no direct shop. Where you from? The woods, where you going? To the top. It's the hoods from the woods, and we're no direct shop.
Appleton.
The woods, where you going? To the top. It's the hoods from the woods, and we're no direct shop.
Appleton.